Hello everyone, welcome to WeFon Cloud, where we demystify the cloud and make it fashionable for everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create an IAM user with administrator access and enable MFA. You must be wondering, you already have the AWS Root User, why are we creating another IAM user? Now, the AWS Root User it's like the house owner. The house owner has the master deed and ultimate control. The house owner can sell the building, transfer ownership, close utility accounts, or even make some major legal changes. This account is so powerful, it should be rarely used. The owner keeps the master key locked away and only uses it when absolutely necessary. So when you are thinking of the root user, it's the account created when you first sign up for AWS, and it has unrestricted access to everything in the AWS account. Now you think of the IAM user, which we'll be creating today. One with administrator access is like the property manager. The property manager can enter every apartment, can hire contractors, collect rent, and manage day-to-day operations. They have almost all the permissions needed to run the building. They are not the owner and cannot transfer ownership of the property. So when you are thinking of an IAM user with administrator access in AWS, they can actually manage AWS resources, but they are still separate from the root user. So let's get into the details of how to create one. Now, to create an IAM user with administrator access, you need the AWS root login, the Google Authenticator, which you already installed on your phone, an email address, and about 20 to 25 minutes of uninterrupted access. So now that you have all the prerequisites and you are ready, so how do you log in? We have done that before. So you go to AWS Management Console, you search that on your search engine, Google. This comes up, then you go ahead and click on that. And you have this window here that gives you the option to sign in. Once you click on sign in, you have the page here, but you notice it's talking about an IAM user sign in. We don't yet have that. We still have to sign in using the root user email. So once you click on this, it will give you the option to be able to sign in with your email address. We have done that before. So I'm going to type my email address here, which I use for my root user. It's going to ask for my password, but at times you may have this character come up, right? So I have a security verification here to complete. At times you may not have it, but if you have it, no problem. Just go ahead and complete it. Right? It's able to see I'm not a robot. It needs me to type my password. And it's going to ask for my MFA. Now I have to go to my Google Authenticator. I can see the AWS root, the digits now are 134359, but that's about to expire. I've just waited for that. I'm going to pick this one, 368121. So 368121, and then I'm going to sign in. If you have everything correctly, your email address, your password, and the MFA, you're able to log into your account. Now, once you log into your root user account, it gives you the possibility to create an IAM user with administrator access. So that is what we are going to do. So basically, how do you create an IAM user? If you notice, there's a search bar here. I'm going to come to it and I'm just going to look for IAM. So I've just typed IAM. We'll learn about this when we start our cloud practitioner, but for now, just type IAM. It will come up on your screen. You click on IAM and you have another page that will come up that shows the different resources that you can be able to create under IAM. This is identity and access management. So I will notice that 0 users, what I'm interested in, is on the left side of the navigation bar here, IAM users. I'm going to click on that. There is no user, and on the right side I have the option here to create a user. I'm going to click on that, create user, and I'm going to call this IAM admin. You can call it whatever name you want, but IAM admin is generally one of the names that is mostly used, and I recommend that you use that. Right? So I want this IAM admin user to be able to access what is called the AWS Management Console. So I'm going to ensure that I click that. So please make sure that you click the button here. Console password, because we are going to be logging on the screen, we have to give it a password. So I'm going to type a password that I'll remember. You should do the same, right? I don't want the user to change the password during the next login because it's one that I'm going to be using always. Once you have completed the IAM username, you have clicked the option here to provide user access to the AWS Management Console, the custom password. You move to the next screen. Ignore this for now. And what I'm going to do here is, you see it set permissions. This is where we're able to give this IAM user administrator access. How do I do that? I'm going to pick here attach policies directly. Don't be worried with the terminology I'm using now. You are going to learn more about this in your cloud journey. So when I pick the option to attach policies directly, a list of policies here, which are just basically permissions, are just going to come up. And the one that I'm interested in is administrator access. So I'm going to select this option and I'm going to click on next. It's going to give a review and create. So it's telling me everything I've selected. The username, I've called it IAM admin. I'm using a console password type. Permissions I've given this IAM user is administrator access. Then I'll go ahead and create user. There are some important details here that have been shared. For the last time, it's going to give me console sign-in details. This is very important. This number you see here is equivalent to the AWS account ID. If you look here, they are all the same. So you are going to click this URL and keep somewhere that you'll be able to access later on. I'm going to show you how to make use of this. Right, I have the user name, of course I remember, the console password I remember. I can download this and keep, but I have all this information and that's all. So return, if I go to return to user list, it will show me now that I have an IAM user created. It has never logged in, and I have an IAM user that I'm going to be using for day-to-day task. So that was the first portion of our video, creating an IAM admin user. The next step is for us to be able to assign an MFA to this user. So now that we have the IAM admin user created, I'm going to sign out from the account, following the steps we did before. And now I'm going to log in into my AWS account using this IAM admin user. So how do we do that? Remember the URL that you got after creating the account. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to open a complete, let's say, new tab here. I'm going to paste that URL, right? And it's going to load and then bring up the login screen where I'm going to use as to log in as an IAM user. Now that the URL is fully loaded, you'll notice that it will come with the account ID automatically filled in. I'll need to type in the IAM user, which in my case is IAM admin. I'll need to type in the password that I use, and I'll go ahead and sign in. Right, I'm signing now as the IAM user that I created, and that IAM user is called IAM admin. You can decide and save your password here, but for me, I'm just going to say no. And if you notice now, it's completely different. When I sign in as an IAM user, it shows up here as IAM admin. Okay, so now that we can be able to sign in using our IAM admin, the next step is to set a multi-factor authentication on the IAM admin. How do you do that? Right, I'm going to click here and immediately I'm going to pick on security credentials. Now, when the My Security Credential page is fully loaded, you immediately see a warning here. You don't have MFA assigned. As a security best practice, we recommend you assign MFA. So I'm going to scroll down and I'll have a section here on multi-factor authentication MFA. I'll click on Assign MFA device, and immediately we'll see a screen that's familiar with what we have earlier seen. And here I'm going to call it just IAM admin authenticator. I just need to give any device name to it. And again, I'm going to use the authenticator app, right? So make sure that you are always picking the authenticator app. We are using an app that is on the phone. Once you click on that, I'm going to select next. And we're already familiar with this area. There's an option to show the QR code. Remember, when you click on show the QR code using your phone, you open your Google Authenticator app, there will be an option that gives you the possibility to actually scan the QR code. So on your phone, if you look at, if you click to add another account, scan QR code will show, and then you scan that QR code and be able to continue, right? So click on show QR code, use your Google Authenticator on your phone, and then scan on this QR code, and you immediately start having digits displaying that you use to continue. In my case, since I'm using the emulator on the computer, I'm going to click on show secret key, right? So okay, I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go to my emulator, and I'm going to say enter setup key. So I'm going to give it a code name for it. I'm going to call it AWS IAM admin, so that I know that this one is specifically for IAM admin, and I recommend you also give name to know, such that you don't get confused which digits belong to the root user and which ones belong to your IAM user. So I'm going to click on add, and immediately when I click on add, I see another entry here, AWS IAM admin. So I'll use these digits whenever I'm signing in as an IAM admin user, and I'll use these digits if I'm signing as a root account, right? That's the AWS root user. So that is set up here. We're going to follow the same procedure. I have 544024. I'm going to go straight ahead and put that 544024, and I'm going to wait for this to expire, and immediately the next set of digits come in, I'm going to use them. So always remember, you have to always use digits in sequence, right? So when this expires, I'm going to pick the next set, which is 576 562 576 562, right? So and I'm going to add MFA, and that's it. MFA device assigned on my IAM admin already. Very simple and straightforward. So my account now, I'm able to sign in with IAM admin, and it will also ask me to provide an MFA token. So I'm going to sign out. So let's test if that works. And then I'm going to sign in, and the key thing I want to see is if it will ask me for my MFA token when I'm signing in as an IAM admin user. So I have my login page for the IAM user sign-in, and remember, this is always the account ID. When you paste the URL here, remember this URL, you copy it. This value here is always going to be the account ID. Then I'm going to sign in as IAM admin. I'm going to type the password. Right, I'm going to click on sign in, and immediately you notice it's asking me for an MFA code, and I'm going to come back to my authenticator, I'm going to look at the most recent code here, 512613. 512613. And I'm going to click on sign in, and I'm able to sign in as IAM admin with MFA enabled. So that is all I had to show you in this video. Watch out for the next session where I'm going to show you how to create the very first EC2 instance in your account. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.